Okay, welcome. Special edition. It's always special when Leslie Platner is here, and I am Ralph Havens. And this is our When Doctors Have No Answers. We have a very cool podcast. What we do ahead of time is we talk and we see, like Leslie says, what wants to come through. And something really cool came through. We've both been experiencing some very interestingly cool miracles. And Leslie had a unique idea around it because I was telling her off screen before that, oh, it's this new stuff we're using. And then she corrected me somewhat and said something. And so what I invite you to do, if you like, is to sit back and just think about what is it that you want? Like, what do you want? And that's a kind of a profound question. And then we're going to show you some stuff and go right to it. Just show you some things that are working really well for us. And our intention, our hope is that you can get what you want, and you know what you want and achieve what you want, and you actually enjoy it. So Leslie Platner, thank you, Matrix Energetics and homeopath and wizard of all types. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you wanting me to comment?
I think so. Yeah. Let's get started and do what shows what happens for people.
Well, I was thinking about Ralph and all of the amount of effort that he's been making all these years. As a healer, as a healer, you have to become an expert and beyond expert, and all the different modalities he's put thousands of hours and money and time into. And then he's learned this new thing that seems miraculous. But I know that behind all that is all the effort that he has been making. And I was just thinking about that for all of us, like the goals that we have, what we want. Sometimes it doesn't show up right away. And I was thinking about, when you plant a field, you till the soil, you pull out all the rocks, you get the soil amendments, you plant the seed, and then the seed has to have the sun and the wind and the rain and the nutrients. And eventually it sprouts and then it grows, and it takes a really long time before that flower blooms, or the wheat, we don't want to say wheat, whatever it is grows. And
it even takes a long time sometimes before it even cracks the surface of the soil.
Yeah. And then then the wind and the rain, the seasons can knock everything down, and it has to kind of start over, but it gets stronger from that. So I just wanted to give Ralph some kudos for all the work he's been doing all these years to become an excellent healer. And just the faith that we all have to have, or can have, that all of our efforts will eventually pay off, and to hang in there and keep doing all the things that need to be done. The food we eat, the things we put in our mind, what we focus on, who we hang out with, can make a huge difference.
Thank you. Yeah, that's so perfect. You said that perfectly. And so what I invite you to do, I was thinking, tell me what you think, Leslie, just to get right to something that can help people. So many times you watch people with these things and there's a lot of talk, but you don't get like, well, how do you do something? How do you make life better? So one of the things that we do, Leslie and I, is we do something from the world of matrix energetics. Richard Bartlett, thank you to Richard Bartlett for showing us how much you can play with the universe and how much you can make up your own rules and see things change and healing. And I know I forgot what I was going to say, but we set up the space ahead of time so that it's set for us. And so one thing that happens when you interact with us, and it's not really ego, maybe a little bit, I suppose, but it's people have a healing effect simply from hanging out with us. And that might seem implausible or weird to some, too woo-woo. But you know how it is if you're around somebody that loves you and likes you, and people that care for you and that sort of thing, and you're around other people that hate you or despise you or trying to like do something not right for you, even if they're not physically in your presence, who you're kind of around can make a difference. And so one of the things we notice is when we do this work, when we're on this podcast, people can have a healing effect simply from watching. So you might want to notice what's different simply from watching, and just invite that idea in that maybe it's because you hung out with us, and just see if it's useful, if life gets better. Now,
Ralph, can I say something?
Yeah.
So when you hang out with us, it's not the ego. It's not what we can do. It's really because of our intention to be channels. for what wants to come through and to open our hearts and minds to just allow that to come through.
Yeah, it
'Cause
really
it
is.
us. It's really not us.
In fact, we have to work on our own inner skeptic. I find myself, when we hear some of these miracles, like, no way, come on, it couldn't have been that. Or somebody pays me a really big compliment for something that changed for them and their family. And I'm like, no, come on. And I realize, oh my God, I'm like my own skeptic in there. So we've got some of that going on too.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
just-
so that's just there so you can know that this is already happening and you can feel what you feel and notice what you notice. Now I feel like doing this and just because I am excited about some of this new stuff we're learning, and I won't show the whole thing because it's a bit of a process, and it's stuff we're using in our group, Atomic Success Secrets, and I'm using it with the with my one-on-one clients, and we're seeing some really cool miracles, stuff that I wanted for my own life for 10 years is starting to happen like real fast. Like, whoa, okay, keep your eyes open. And I can talk about stories and things that it has to do with me and my my boys and my running and coaching, and I'm just doing some really cool things that I didn't think was going to happen. And so my hope is that you can use this right now. And so I'm going to show you one thing, and then Leslie and I can talk about it, and we can just see where this goes. Again, for you, for what you want. So Dr. Naram, Naram, the late Dr. Naram, give big credit to him and all the work he's done in the learning his healing modality of Siddha Vedic, and Clint Rogers, Dr. Clint Rogers, who documented it all and brought it to in video format and book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. So I'm giving props out for that because it's been amazing. And I'm going to show you one thing that Dr. Naram says is the most important thing that most people don't know. And it's simply, what do you want? So what you can do is just think about that for a moment, but we're going to do a process. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a question. When you say, what do you want? Because other people would probably have the same question. How big or how small are you thinking?
That's a good question. It can be different versions as you do this. If you do this process over and over again, you'll get different versions of this. Some will be very, in my experience, very concrete. Like, I want this kind of money. I want this kind of life with my wife. I want this kind of health. It can be really specific things. And then it can also be, I want love, and I just want to be respected, and I just want people to know I'm here. It could be different things that show up. So it's anything and everything. And it's what you really want, because most people don't know what they want. And then many of the people that do know what they want, they don't get what they want. And then there's the people that get what they want, they know what they want, they get what they want, but they don't enjoy what they want. So it's like our hope is to help you know what you want, achieve it, and enjoy it. And so this is a process. Go ahead.
One more thing, I want you to explain, when you show it, I want you to explain how it bypasses.
Okay. So this is cool. So I was doing this and seeing some big miracles. There's more to this. There's other parts of this process. So definitely comment and message us on Facebook or Spotify or YouTube, every places that you see this. And find us, leslieplatner.com, ralphhavens.com. And I'll put links below, and ask us, and we can guide you. But there's more to this process. But the first part is to start to really see, what do you want? And there's a lot of mental stuff that can be there, and there's a lot of the conscious mind that can try to say what you want. And then of course there's the subconscious, like what it is you really want. And some would even say the superconscious, like the bigger picture of what you want. And so what this technique does is it bypasses the mental chatter and the ego and that's sort of stuff, and it goes straight into the subconscious. We're asking your subconscious this. So I'm going to guide you through it, and then again, there's more, but this is really powerful. So just try it. And what you can do is imagine, and this is, thank you, Dr. Naram. Imagine there's a white frame, like a white window frame around your right eye, and you're looking through it. And then open your eyes for a second, and the distal segment of your finger, the last little segment, we're just going to squeeze it. So squeeze it with the thumb and finger 6 times with your eyes closed, and that you're looking through the white window frame. Squeeze it with your eyes closed 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And leave your eyes closed and relax and just look through that window, and you can ask that question, what do you want? And just sit in stillness. And then take your right hand. Thank you, Dr. Naram, for showing us this. And pat your heart with your right hand 6 times and think very good. And just sit in stillness. And just notice what you notice in your body. Okay. And you might want to notice what you notice now and how you're different and what might come to you if there's a miracle that shows up. And there's more. Leslie and I are going to do more as we kind of we use more than just this one point. There's other points as well. I'm going to show you the book that's super cool. I've been going through the training that goes with it. So that's the book. My friend said take a screenshot of this. I'll have to go grab it. And that's Dr. Naram, and that's Dr. Clint Rogers, who videotaped it and wrote this book. So try it, see what you notice. Leslie, what else do we do? Or do we do anything?
I think that's pretty good, Ralph.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I want to talk about, yeah, it is pretty good, because it's like one of the things you talked about was to trust. Like, you know, we've got that seed and it's planted in your subconscious. And what we don't want to do is go pull out the seed and take a look. Is it done? Is it done? We want to let it do its thing. And then, you know, do the like you said, the watering and making sure it's got its stuff.
Yeah. And right now I did something like I did 2 things. And they're very specific. They're not like airy fairy, you know, they're very specific, 2 things. So we'll see what I notice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just learning this too. So I can't really give any concrete like testimonial for it, but
yeah, we're kind of doing this because as we find it, I did wait for a while because I was like, well, let me test it a bit. So I only tested it with my some of my one-on-one clients so far. The ones that would be open to it, I'm going to share it with as many that want it. And I share it with our Atomic Success Secrets group. So I just, in the Facebook, I put our link there. It's what Leslie and I do every day, really. We're
anything that bypasses the limited thoughts of the mind, you know, that's what Matrix is so good for, is how do you get outside of your mind and doing the same thing over and over? You know, even at a cellular level, getting outside of the reproduction of the cells in the same way over and over. So I love anything that bypasses the mind. So I've ordered that book, and I'm really excited to play with another thing that gets you out of your way. Let's get out of our ways
and have some fun and go get what we want. Well, good deal. I do think this is a good place to end it. So we'll do more. We're going to do this. We do this we do stuff all the time. Keep looking for us on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube. Send us a message, really. LesliePlatner.com and RalphHavens.com, because we can guide you to what we see that's going on and help you find what helps you get where you want to go. So let me click all this off.